Hey, welcome you guys to Best Life Now. And hello. This is Super Dave. Obviously, I'm here by the beautiful Jen. Hi, Jen.
Hi, everybody.
But you're going, wait a minute, there's another person here. And so I'm here with the beautiful Espen as well. So, hey, Espen.
Hi Dave. Hi Jen.
Uh,
Um, we don't, this is the first time we've done this. We're doing a three-way, Facebook Live. This is really, really great, though, because, and I'm so glad that you asked, to jump on with this, Espen. Um, because Jen and I have been talking a lot today about self-soothing, and I know that you've been experiencing a lot of that in your own life with different aspects of things that are going on. But the thing I kind of I'd love to hear your perspective on really is this understanding that when we are in that space of self-soothing, we're able to feel and flow with our own beautiful guidance, and whether it's through some non-physical energy, or even just maybe being able to hear our own guidance even more and more and more, we're in that connection. So yeah, anything you want to expand upon with that, Espen?
Oh, uh, 2 seconds. Dave. Someone was calling me, so I didn't hear what you said. But it's all
Oh.
good. Can you say it one more time?
Well, it's perfect because I was just talking about how when we're feeling and flowing forward with our connection, we're able to feel this energy, right? Sometimes it's a non-physical energy, sometimes it's just a greater connection to our own guidance. And I know that you've really been experienced this. You had mentioned how yesterday was your 1 year anniversary of being in the hot seat with Abraham, when we saw them in Chicago, and how beautiful and fun that was. But yeah, I was wondering, from your perspective, what's your feelings on self-soothing? And yeah, so that's what I asked, more or less. It was in different wording, but who cares?
Yeah, words don't teach, life experience does, and it feels
That's
good
right.
to feel the words and
That's right.
feel the energy behind the words. It's
Right.
that's what the soothing part is, like soothing to the energy toward what you want, to
Yeah.
feel your alignment as you are focusing something, you know, being gentle with the process of soothing yourself into that vibration. It's not a rush feeling, but it's a kind of calibrating easy into it, feeling the feelings of it, just checking around, feeling and then just moving on, being playful. And yeah, soothing energy is always, it's always feeling so good. It's very aligned, and it's giving different perspectives. It perceive the words different when you're soothing into your energy, to your vibrational alignment with yourself. So it's very good. And for myself now, more experience those things, that I want to experience. But I know it's all about to getting into the energy of it. It doesn't matter how it sounds like. It doesn't matter what you say, how you say it, or anything. But it's about to just feel the feelings of what you are doing in the moment of it. To experience that what you want to feel as you are
Mm-hmm.
doing the process, or whatever you're doing the process of. If I'm cooking, then you like soothing into the vibration of cooking. Focus on what you're doing there. Then the next thing, maybe, if you drink some water, soothing the energy of feeling that water, the energy of drinking fresh water, or eating a great meal, taking out time to just taste the food, taste the meal. So it's because nothing is like rushing into anything. It's just soothing the vibration of the things you're experiencing in the moment of it.
Yep. Yep.
oh,
Feeling the feeling your alignment as you are doing those things you do.
Yeah. Yep.
It's and that's creating a beautiful momentum of more beautiful life experience of feeling good and better, and experience those things you want. Because also we know that everything is in the vortex. And what is the vortex? The vortex is it's all that we are. It's the pure law source energy that already know what we want. We desire to came forth here to this physical form, and now we decide to be, do, and have anything and everything we desire for, and to feel the and soothe to the energy of it, and to feel the
Mm.
vibration of it. And there's so many ways to say it, but it's all the same. But it's all to getting in to the alignment with the energy of that what you are focusing in. And
Mm-hmm.
it's so nice that the choosing and the focusing in is so free for all of us, that we
mm,
can
Mm.
choose and focus in whatever direction and whatever what we want. And when we are more calibrating and more suiting into the energy of feeling good and feeling the appreciation and the love and the unconditional in that, then it will be more experience. And it's such a wonderful thing to have, to experience more and more. It's like practicing yourself into more of the vibration of what you want, and then having the real life experience of it is the most wonderful, beautiful thing. And yeah, it's good. So what you did then? What are you feeling about your soothing
Well, I want to
energy?
bring Jen into this. So Jen, what do you want to add?
Yeah, well, I'm loving this conversation. So beautiful. I love the question that you posed, Dave, and the beautiful expansions you shared, Espen. You said so many things, so many key things. The first thing that really stood out to me is, the understanding you can only be where you're at. Acknowledge where you're at. Feel the feeling of where you're at. That is your guidance system telling you, do you like where you're at, or do you desire some improvement? And when you acknowledge where you're at, then you can deliberately focus in the direction you desire. And it's knowing if you're feeling some negative emotion, it's not ever our work to push our vibration up or to even pull our vibration up. It's all we have to do is soothe our misalignment or our resistance. It's just soothing ourselves. Our vibration automatically rises. There's no effort in that. And that's one of the big pieces that tends to gum people up, is they try too hard to raise their vibration. And it actually works against them. Right? Because they'll be like, oh, I'm trying so hard to feel good. I'm just trying and trying and trying. But what they're really focused on is the fact that they're not feeling good.
Right.
And they can't really get that momentum that you were speaking of really flowing, right? Because when we ask, it's given. We've talked about that. There's a whole book written on that. And it's where is that which is given held? In our vortex. And what is our vortex? It's the most expanded version of us. And why do they refer to it as a vortex? Because it's actually swirling. It's moving about, compiling and attracting, just like any kind of a cyclone would, a vortex would, attracting like-minded cooperative components to it. And it's mixing and combining, so it's most relevant to us in every moment. But the contents of that vortex are vibrationally tuned. So when do we get the things out of the vortex? When we are a vibrational match to them. And how do we become a vibrational match? By first acknowledging where we are. And if we're not really feeling as good, then soothing ourselves, saying something like, that's okay. I can find my balance in this. Even though this isn't my preference, I can feel things moving forward. I can feel the solution is already in place. There's no rush with this. I can be easy about this. And you'll gently feel your vibration rise. And if you're already feeling good, well, then you can just continue to focus in that direction because the momentum is already building. Right? We are the focusers, right? We are the focusers. And it's so magnificent to know that the other vibrational work is already in place when we ask. But it's up to us to focus it into this physical experience. And the effort or action pieces, so to speak, that, getting and moving about are all for our enjoyment. They're all for our pleasure. So it really is coming into that vibrational alignment space first.
Oh,
so great.
I love that, Jen, because it's like, and I can feel Espen, vibing on this too, but I'll add this first, which is that it's that beautiful awareness of knowing that we don't need to climb to any of these higher vibrations, right? That we can just allow ourselves to float to these higher vibrations. We can allow our cork to naturally rise, so to speak. And we were talking about this on class today too, which is that we don't need to put a motor behind the cork either, because that'll just shoot us out of the water and now we're unstable and just like, whoa. you know. And I talked about this too, because this is a thing that's so prevalent in personal development, which is this idea of hype. Like, well, if I'm feeling great, then if I do 30 things that feel great, then that's going to make me feel even greater. But your inner being is not saying do this, you know. Your Our non-physical buddies, we'll call them, you know, are never saying like, yes, I know you're feeling great, but do this and you can feel even greater. There's no baiting, there's no goofiness in that. It's just allowing yourselves to, like you said, self-soothe. And again, acknowledge the resistance, right? Acknowledge the contrast, and then just flow forward into a space. I can feel good about this, right? I can find my balance in this. I could see that this will, in turn, pass. I can allow myself that this is all part of what I desired, which is more variety and diversity. And so, yeah, Espen, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, it's so beautiful what you've all shared there. But what comes to me, it's like that, you know, is to simplify everything and be more
Yeah.
easy about all of it, you know. Like like nothing is going serious, nothing serious going on here, but just
Yep.
like you can line up with the energy, you know, be easy about it, you know, not try to, like you say, if you're hyping, then you're trying to overgo something, but there's nothing to overgo from alignment. Alignment doesn't overgo or try to hype or try to make something happen. The energy alignment and letting yourself to happen of what you want to feel. When you
Right.
are start to complicate it and more lining up, like I will love what Abraham when she shared that everything is all, you know, it's orchestrated, everything is in the vortex. Let it happen. Let it happen.
Yeah.
Not try to fix anything, not try to complicate, not try to do anything making of it, but just let it happen. And it's like to calibrate in there, you know. Also when you share, it's if you like for myself, you know, I love to say, you know, I like the feeling of easiness and gentleness and being general about things and having things simple, you know, because it feels good to me. So I'm very clear about it and I feel good about it. And now I have a more real life experience of that. So, you know, words don't teach also, you know, life experience does. When you feel the things that you want to feel and you're feeling easy and gentle about it, it's lining up the energy toward it. And then you can have more of a real life experience of those things you want from what you
Mm-hmm.
are focusing.
Mm.
Because when you don't hype it or not try to fix it, but letting the things happening, accepting this beautiful present moment now and accepting that the vortex that's inside always vibrating the best to you and through you and give you the best energetically, vibrationally, you know, you feel that energy when it arises and when it, you know, not goosing, but it's, you know, it's giving you a sense of that wholeness of who you really are. And then you vibrating, feeling that energy, and then you get guided for the steps you're taking. You feel the vibration of it, you know, enjoy more of those things you do. Small things, big things, it doesn't matter. But it's like, you know, things being more enjoyable, you know, with you know the nature. When you're outside and looking at the nature, it looks different, you perceive it different. It's like it's glowing more, it's brightening more, but it's the inside that creates it for you. It's that letting it happen. It's the vibration, the vibrational alignment from within that give you the sense of who you really are, and then you perceive it outside of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh,
uh, and that's always true, you know, because you how do you know? It's you know when you feel good, you can't have a not feel good experience on it. You can't. It's frequency. When you are in alignment, there is a frequency of more alignment you look at. You sense that. You are open that. It's vibrational frequency of that what you feel in the moment you are vibrational perceived outside of yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And
so
it's always going to be like that. And that's and it's easy. And that is like that is so easy when you really think about it. It's easy as that. Vibrational alignment or not, or no, getting into
Yep.
the vortex or not. But it's like it's not judging you either if you're not are in there, because the contrast, we know that it's an expansion from that already. The inner being know what it wants from that when you're having an experience on things you don't want, then already the energy from within has arises that vibration to know
Yep.
what you clearly do want. When you're then
Yeah.
letting yourself to happen into the vortex and getting into the feeling of who you are, your point of attraction is shifting around that.
Mm,
You know, you don't
mhm.
go back and try to fix your experience and try to do anything about it. You letting yourself to move forward in the moment of it, and then letting your energy arises, and then you have a new point of attraction, a new way, new things, because also this present moment right here right now is always new and refresh. When you're letting yourself to be new and refreshed, there's always new and refresh experience forward and more
Yeah.
for you to experience and have.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So excellent. Yeah, and so well said, right? You know, everything from the beautiful words you began with, Espen, you could feel that soothing energy, that the soothing tonality and the soothing words, right? Because when we ask, it is given. I know I've said that just a little bit ago, right? But it is true. When we ask, it is a vibrational reality. And it's understanding at the core of us is the vibration of source, right? Source is not separate from us. We are extensions of source energy. So when we ask, it is given vibrationally. And we came joyfully, we chose joyfully to become a part of this beautiful physical experience and to bring the non physical energy into a physical reality. And the way to do that is by finding that vibrational match, right? And by knowing that we're tuned, our vibration is automatically tuned to rise, right? That source energy automatically comes forth. It's only our resistance that impedes it, right? So it's always that process of releasing the resistance. Well, how do you release the resistance? If you look at the resistance, you're focused on resistance. So it's a much gentler approach, just like your words, that general, gentle, easy, those words, Espen, it's that soothing energy, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. All is well. I know this is all well, all underway. Everything is in its perfect space of becoming. I can be easy about this. I
Right.
can allow myself to relax and enjoy the forward flow, right? And it's knowing, just like you had mentioned towards the end, everything is new, right? The flow that is us, that source energy, that's the flow. We've put everything in our own flow, by the way. Nobody puts anything in your flow but you, right? It's yours, it's your creation. It's flowing. Your stream is flowing. And so when you get up to speed with that, you will feel so good. But when you're
Yeah.
resisting it, yeah, what do you get? A little negative vibration. Well, that's
Yeah.
good. You want to know when you're feeling the resistance so that you can acknowledge and soothe yourself so you can get in alignment with the flow of your stream. And so then you can
Yeah.
get vibrationally tuned to those things in your vortex, right? And
Yeah.
really feel those things coming into being. And I love all of that. And I'd love to, another piece we expanded on class, and I'd love to kind of open it up in this direction too as I pass it over to you, Dave. We
Sure.
really talked about the difference between that inspiration going with your flow, flowing towards that better feeling, or the motivation.
Right.
Meaning, I need to get away from, I need to do this so this bad thing won't happen.
Mm.
Or trying to speed up the flow or trying to be the flow, instead of aligning with it, right? It's already flowing. You don't have to create it. You don't have to make it.
Right.
Just come into alignment with it. So,
Right. Right.
yeah. So over to
Well,
you.
thanks, Jen. Yeah, I love that too because and Espen, this is just adds to what you say too, which is that when we're in this flowing space, these things are new, right? And then to bounce off what you said too, Jen, it's beautiful because I got to experience this yesterday, where I could feel the little motivated strands, right? Oh, this is just not my preference, man. I just and I was a little bit like knee jerk responsey, and then to beautifully be able to feel my own inner being and my guidance just very gently and lovingly saying to me, That's okay though. This is new. You've never been in this position before. And I'm like, oh yeah, I've never been in this position before. Okay, I can just chill out. I can just, and so it was like to have the awareness of those motivated strands, right? We've been calling them human strands of consciousness, not human streams of consciousness, but these human strands, whether they're from a motivated space or maybe kind of beating up on yourself a little bit, or irritated, annoyed, just anything of a dissatisfied nature, right? To just be able to acknowledge these vibrational strands, and then just allow myself to flow forward was just so freeing. And I could continue to feel even more of my own resonance, even more of my own beautiful connection to go, yeah, like this is all new, and I can find my balance in this. And just like we said, these soothing phrases, that we've all been talking about here today. And again, it's about finding the things that resonate with you. We were talking about that there's some people that we've met, Jen, um, and Espen, I'd love your expansion on this too, but sometimes the word soothing doesn't feel good. Well, think of words like, it could be something like reassurance. It could be things like, this is added extra awareness. I have an even greater clarity on this. I feel even better about this than before. Any of those or all of those, frankly, could be things that are soothing for you as you're listening to us here on Facebook, you guys, and YouTube, and just flowing forward with all these beautiful things. But yeah, Espen, I would love to hear your expansions on this. I'll pass it to you.
I had a new experience yesterday with the driving the big trucks. But it feels so good to know that it's all about the alignment, I didn't sleep through the night before I go there, but my energy was so lined up and I felt so focused, and the driving was going well. Vibrationally, I expected it to go well before it happening, but I let myself
Yeah.
to soothe into the easiness of it also,
Mm.
I'm not here for overcomplicate anything. I'm not here for prove anything. I'm here for having this new experience, feeling my alignment and do as best as I can to focus in my driving and do that, to listening and paying attention to my own vibrational alignment and listening to what this teacher had to learn me with this driving. And he was very gentle and easy with all of that. And things was going well, and that was a great experience, and I felt really good after the driving. And it is so nice because it nothing needed for happening for you to getting into the alignment. I could start with saying, oh, I had not sleeping and now I'm not been sleeping so well, I will be tired. I could go in that road, but you have always choices of what you in the every moment of what you can feel, to getting into the alignment of whatever experience you go through in the moment of it. And it's like for me it was a great confirmation. It's like it doesn't matter, sleeping or not sleeping, must do this or must do that for then I will be ready for this, then I will get ready. It's nothing to be ready to. It's all about the alignment. That's something also I feel more like it's all soothing, like you talk about, soothing into the vibration of your alignment. When you get in there, you can't have a misalignment experience. You can't have a frequently, a thing that doesn't feel good to you in that experience when you're self feeling good. And just to know that, feeling good is always available. And it's the most natural of all of us. This is the nature well-being of all of us. We didn't came forth into physical form and now I'm ready to feel bad and just go through life and feeling bad about everything and talk about it. You can hear the silliness of that, and that's true. It's like
Yep.
you just like you can understand, you can see, you feel that like yeah, I didn't come forth to just like now I'm here and what the heck am I going to do? I'm going to try too hard and fix everything, and there's so many bad people here. You didn't come like that in physical form. How do you know?
Right.
Look at the baby who's born. Look at the baby when he's born. Look at his eyes. Getting into the soothing of the energy of a baby, then you will really know what all is about.
Mm.
They didn't come forward and like, here I am, I'm going to scream all day long, and I'm not going to be like, someone that can do, be, but it's like, but it's all about your alignment. If you're in alignment, you don't see that baby like that thing, like, oh, he's always crying or anything like that, because your vibrational alignment don't look at misalignment. Your vibrational alignment look at things through source, and then it will be perceived like that for you as you're looking outside of your world. So then it doesn't matter what people say, what they do, what they have, what they've not been doing, what they've been, nothing really of that really matter. It's all about your own vibrational alignment with you. That's what's really matter. When you're feeling that, you see the world as you want to see it, you know, you perceive it like that more and more. And then you come to know that, you know, it's all good, it's all well, you know, this is easy, you know, I can be easy about it, and I feel easy about it. You know, I can be gentle, but I feel gentle about it. You know, generously, you know, it's easy for me to be general now and feeling the generously of those things that I want, and then getting the specific of it in my real life experience. I don't know how it comes forth to my experience, but you know, I'm feeling so good, and then things just lining up. So easy, so simple, so gentle. And I'm telling my story as I want it to be. I tell my story as I want it to be more and more. And I feel good about that. I feel good about telling my story and feeling my story, you know, feeling the appreciation of the family and friends and how easy everyone is, and telling my story like and feeling the story, feeling that too, and then having a real life experience of it more and more. I feel good about it. I know my path. I know, feel it's easy for me now to feel my becoming. I'm very easy about all this. I'm very gentle about this. And it comes to me, this is real life experience, what I want more and more. And I know there is no end to it. It's an expansion, because we didn't come here for ending anything. We didn't come here for the path of come to a place that there it is, and now I'm finished. Because we never finish. We're just expanding. We moving in now, and we are now in non-physical. We are always non-physical energy, but we are now in physical form, expressing ourselves with this beautiful who we really are in physical form. But there is just more expansion. When we're not here, either more in the physical form, we still expanding, and maybe we go in new forms, you know, because it's always expansion in the non-physical. It's always an expansion in the allness of all of the energy of that is here and now. And how would you know about this energy? We know when we feel a vibration, when the vibration arises, we know there is something. When there's nothing to explain about that, but when you feel it, you feel it. And then you know. Then you clearly know everything what it is about. Then it's easier to go to the path of that feeling more and more of it, as you more are deliberate in it. And the doingness and the havingness has nothing with that to do. But you will be guided when you're feeling your alignment. You will be guided of those steps you take forward. They will line up. They will letting it happen for you. And it's always going to be like that with the energy, because the energy doesn't hide anything from you. It doesn't have any secret to you. The energy is high. It has all that you want to be doing, have, and it's already created for you. And you get a line up, it show you that in your real life experience for you, right in the moment as you are tuned in. And then it just gets more and more and more experience. Never ending, just forever expanding more and more.
So powerful. And you know, I love what you expanded into, right? And it's the understanding that when we're feeling and flowing with our own internal guidance, right, it's going to be gentle, it's going to be soothing, right? Kind of like the example that you shared, Dave. It's going to be like, that's okay, this is you.
Comforting.
Right? It's going to be, you're going to feel this very soothing, assuring guidance coming through to you. You'll perceive it in that way. And that you can always trust, right? And I bring this up because there's a lot of other influences around us. And if you're not used to that gentle, loving, soothing energy, or you've kind of attached yourself to some beliefs that you need to be hard on yourself, or life has demands on you, you might, think that some of these voices or external streams are for you. But you want to tune into that energy that is you, that's gently calling you forward, that is giving you that wonderful guidance, not the energy that's like, you better hurry up, you're going to miss your chance, you didn't sleep, you better be extra, you better have 3 cups of coffee, you can't screw this up, right? that's motivated, right? That's very pushy, right? And that's very extreme, right?
Yeah.
But you could feel that your inner being and the essence of you, the source within you, who you really are, will never guide you in that way, will
Right.
never push you or never go, you missed your chance, because there's never an ending to the chances or the opportunities being presented. You never have to be concerned of any shortage or that
Right.
you're missing anything. Because once you've asked for something, it has been given and it's being held beautifully in your vortex, right? It's there for you. Nobody else has access to it. Nobody else can take it. The only thing that is happening with that is expanding based upon you in every given moment and the
Right.
new choices you make as you flow forward.
Right.
So, Espen, when you use those words, being easy, gentle, and general, they are so accurate, right? Because they're so soothing and they automatically line you up with who you really are. And absolutely, you may say, well, do I have to be general my whole life? Do I have to be gentle my whole life? No, but you have to have these core vibrations in place so you know when it's your guidance. And so you have a strong understanding or a foundation under you. Because if you've just been pushed into doing something, you don't have any sustainability underneath you. And even though you might get a little jolt up, you'll have a crash down.
Right.
And then you'll be wondering why. And then and it gets in this kind of a spiral. No, it's okay wherever you are. So maybe that's where you were. Well, you can begin right where you're at, even if you came out of that space, by acknowledging, well, here I am. And I've decided I want to feel my own guidance. And I know there's no rush with this. I know I can be easy and gentle about this. And I can relax and feel who I really am and allow myself to become the vibrational match to those things I've asked for. And there's no rush with this, right? And you'll feel your path illuminate. You'll feel the inspiration come through.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Expansions on that?
Yeah. I think it's so beautiful to just know that our guidance, our inner being, the connection to who we truly are, is always soothing. And because, there's even been some moments where I've noticed I've been in a momentum of dissatisfaction, right? And the only communication I get back, from source is of loving nature, so like even, a couple days ago, I'm like, this is just not, I don't like this, man. This sucks. And to just beautifully hear my beautiful inner being go, doesn't it feel so good to know the clarity of what you don't want? And I'm like, yeah, it does. But it was such a soothing thing to feel that. And that's my personal example, but that's what I think is so beautiful, is that even the three of us here, we're going to hear something different because it's our inner being, it's our connection, but it'll always be that of a soothing nature. Our inner being, our guidance, our connection never judges us, never condemns us, never motivates us, never criticizes us, never says, you should really feel good about this thing you don't like. It never does any of those things. It's always coming from a soothing nature. It understands the vibrations that you're feeling, sometimes better than you, and is able to just really be there and be supportive with you as you're flowing forward on this journey of self-soothing. I had said to you recently, both of you guys actually, that I really feel life is now this continuous journey of not only, like you say, Espen, being easy, gentle, and general, but being kind to ourselves, and really finding other ways, like, oh, I can, cool, I don't have to tolerate that. I can be kinder to myself about that too. And I can be kinder on that too. And I can be kinder on that too. So, Espen, I'll hand it to you, buddy.
Yeah, I got a beautiful download. It says like my vibrational alignment gives me what I want. It's always true.
Yeah.
It's and it's like for me when I'm using the words easy, gentle, general, it's a very soothing energy, but it's specifically then spread out more passion feelings, more when I having more fun and more playful, because that is a soothing energy, and then it expanded out for more inspirational feelings into my experience of whatever I'm doing, from shopping or if I'm taking a ride or driving or anything. But I just get more of those feel good feelings because of my vibrational match to that easiness and gentleness and generals are so accurate, are so in the point of it is so tuned in, because I've been practicing for so long now, and now my belief in that is so strong that my life is now easy, gentle, general. My life is feeling good and better and better. Whatever contrast now I have, I really know that it's already expanded in the vortex. And when I get in tune into the vortex, it's all good. And then I can move forward and have more feel good experience. I know it, and it is easy, and it is gentle, and it's general, feeling good. And then it's expand out to more feel good feelings, whatever what I have in my experience. Sometimes I feel more fun, joy, laughter, humor, satisfying, passion. When I play my guitar, then I get into this passion feeling, just like, everything just, it's just me and the guitar, and then I just play and sing and enjoy that. I can play for many, many hours, but it's like you get the feeling of your guidance, sometimes I feel for writing and then I write. Sometimes I feel for playing guitar and I play guitar. Sometimes I feel for driving and then I'm driving. But you get guided from, just like you said there, oh, I prefer to go this way. I feel for going this way. And then you have a new experience of you just like feeling guided, and you just like easy about it. And then you move in the direction of feeling of going this way. And then you have a total new experience of that. And something coming up, you have an answer of a question or anything, and it's something or whatever. But it's like when you're not resisting toward yourself and where you're moving toward, and you're feeling your alignment and are uneasy about it, the experience of it will expand.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The path of that energy is lining up more feel-good feelings.
Yes.
And that is such a beautiful thing, just to suit in and to do. And just like, how beautiful is it that I used to say to myself, now I understand and I know how my life works and how I can create my own world as beautiful as I can right now, and more and more. I now have a knowingness and understanding of lining up the energy toward what I want and have a real life experience. These things are real. I know how to, and now have an understanding and knowingness about the non-physical more, because I have a beautiful non-physical friend who speaks through me, and always when I listen to him, my energy vibrates so high. And after, when I get out of that into myself, you say, my world perceives different. So I know it's real. So we are all non-physical. We are more non-physical than any, and can't explain, but we can feel it for ourselves when we are in there.
Mm-hmm.
But we are playing, we are having fun with the co-creating with the physical form, with that, who we really are.
Yeah.
But that is the beauty, getting into the vibration of oneness in all of who you really are, and then play your movie, have fun, enjoy your ride. It's the ride, it's the now ride and forward ride now. That is the vibration. That is that creating your life experience of more and more feel good now and better. It's not the outside, I need to do this or then I feel good, or I need to do that, or have to prove, but it's a vibrational alignment. Like I felt for sharing that vibrational alignment gives me everything I want. That's so true. It's a true statement, and I feel that it's real.
Yeah. So beautiful and so well said. You can feel that energy, and how magnificent it is, and it's so accurate, right? It is about us recognizing at the core of us is source, non-physical energy. We like to call that our inner being, expressing in these physical bodies, bringing about non-physical into this physical experience. And I'd like to add this too, because sometimes there's some confusion around this. Sometimes there's this idea that non-physical is better than physical, and it's not. I want you to know this is the leading edge of creation, right? This sifting and sorting that's happening here, non-physical is in on all of it. This is the leading edge. And you can say, well, there's a lot of really contrastual things happening. But that's because there's a lot of perspectives that are coming through in this wonderful experience. And if instead of being so concerned about the things that feel contrastual that are outside of you, if you come into alignment with your own energy and feel your own flow, you'll see from that broader perspective how everything is in its most excellent space of becoming, right? We don't have to push against anything or anyone. Nothing is impeding us. Nothing is slowing us down. Nothing or no one is. And in essence, we are all assisting one another. But if you get sidetracked by looking at something you don't want and start pushing against it, you're not flowing with your own stream, right? So instead, come into your own alignment, and you can get there from wherever you're at. Even if you're in the depths of despair, even if you're angry, by acknowledging where you're at and then just gently soothing, you'll feel that gentle, loving, kind, caring voice shining through. You'll feel your vibration rising, and it didn't take any effort.
Right.
It just took you choosing to flow in the direction that feels better. Because we know for certain, if you've been in a space of despair, it feels much better now to blame somebody, right? Because now you feel like you've gotten a little bit of your focused power back. And if you've been blaming, maybe it feels a little better to get angry, right? Because now it's not just focused on one person, it's right. And then maybe it feels a little better to flow into some frustration, right? You know, and then it will rise right into maybe some anxiety. And then ultimately, with some more soothing, you'll begin to feel some hopefulness. Like, you know, maybe, just maybe this could work. Maybe there's a chance, right? And when you get there, and if you continue to flow forward, you'll be right in your own stream. And you'll be feeling it. But every step along the way is important. And I bring that up because sometimes there's this idea that you can go from feeling fearful into bliss in one fell swoop. And you can't. You can't fake that. You have to really allow yourself to feel the relief of the fear letting up as you flow into maybe some regret, and then you maybe some blame, and then you feel some anger and some frustration. But you'll feel better each step along the way. And just like with a little baby, you wouldn't stand them on their feet and say, run, right? You'd give them the chance to find their balance, right? And work with their feet and take step after step, right? It's the same with you. You have to flow through those frequencies to get there. And there's a reason for that. So it's sustainable. So, you know, don't ever think that those negative emotions are bad. They're not. They're very, very good. But also know that when you feel that negative emotion, if you just have that decision made within you to flow to what feels a little better, even if it's flowing into anger, that's a big step. And that is you coming more into alignment with who you really are, because that will lead to some frustration and maybe some stress and maybe some boredom and some hopefulness, and on we go.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I love that so much, Jen, too, because it just points out that we're not here to leap. We're not here to leap. We can't leap.
Right.
We're here to just be honest with what we're feeling as we're feeling in the moment and flow forward. And we've had a lot of emphasis today on, you know, when we're noticing the dissatisfaction, you know, to feel our own connection. But the cool thing that nobody's talked about, and I just by hearing your words, it made me think of Espen, which is connected and collected, which is that this energy is there when we're in a satisfied space too. And so that's been really, really fun to recognize too, that when I have been doing my own self-soothing, you know, I'm like, sometimes I'll just be like, oh man, this is so great. And then I'll just hear my inner being just be like, isn't it? And there's more to come, you know, and like, I can just hear this energy. and feel this feeling. And what I think is so nice is before I could even hear it, you know, audibly perceive it, I was feeling it. So I'd be like, this just feels so good, you know, because everyone's going to perceive this kind of energy differently, but we can always feel it. You know, whether we hear it, sense it, see it, we can feel it. And that's what I think is so beautiful as we're flowing forward with everything that we've talked about today. Was I could hear Espen's beautiful words in my head going, connected and collected. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. It is connected and collected, and we can just, yeah. So, yeah, you know, there's not much more to it than that. So, Espen, I know we're gonna
Beautiful.
be flowing to the end, but please, I'd love to hear your expansions as we get close to wrapping up. Go ahead.
You know, it's so nice to know that the non-physical and physical is the most beautiful creation. When you know, when you feel your alignment, and then you know that the cells is supporting you, the alignment and the cells is vibrating, and when you eat something, it feels more. When you taste something, it feels more. It's the beautiful co-creating with the physical, with the non-physical and physical. It's so beautiful when you get in there and you see the ideas just coming through. You feel the inspiration, and when you then take an inspired action from that feeling of inspiring, you've just been guided, and more things coming to you what you want. And it's like beautiful co-creation, and we are all in this together. We are all pure love source energy, and we are, some are in physical form, some are not, but it's so beautiful. Now we are here, I am here, you are here. If you're listening, you are here, you are here, you are now non-physical in physical form, and you're having a beautiful co-creating there. You can start in this any moment to get to tune into your vibration, non-physical in physical form, and connect that part as one, the feel that oneness, and then starting to have those experiences you want to experience, and see the world eyes through source more and more, if that is something you choose, or see it differently, or see it more new and refreshed, because it's all in the vibration of who you really are. And with that in physical form, that's the heaven on earth, and the beautiness, and yeah, so many words for it, but you know, when you feel it, you feel it, and then you know, and then it's easy to move toward to more.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So well said. And I loved all of it. You can feel, you know, the kinder you are to yourself, the gentler you are with yourself, the more you offer yourself soothing energy when you're feeling some negative emotion, instead of being harsh or hard to yourself.
Right.
The easier you'll feel that connection. Espen and Dave and I were all speaking of, but Espen just so eloquently right there, we're speaking of. It's part of all of us. There isn't somebody that goes, oh, you have a bigger connection than that person, or I have a bigger. No, it's available to all of us. And the whole point of us coming, you know, and connecting with you is to help you feel that energy within you, and to embrace the unique connection, the expansion that you are, your own unique stream, so you can feel your own inspiration and recognize that we're all in this together. We're all part of one whole. We're all cooperatively creating this ever expanding universe. And there is no competition in that. It's a wonderful co-creation. And we can't do it wrong. We're always, in essence, doing it right, because we never get it done. It's ever flowing forward, always ongoing, always becoming more. So be nice to yourself, be kind to yourself, love yourself, and love one another. Give yourself a break, give others a break. And really begin to recognize and notice the things that please you, the things that feel good to you, the things that touch your heart, the things that make you glad that you're part of this physical experience. And focus there, and you'll begin to see more of it open up.
Yeah. And Jen and Espen, I'll add this too as we're wrapping up, that it's so good to know that there's only a source of love and light. And so if you guys are going, oh, this feels good, yeah, that's because it's a vibrational match to who you truly are. The greater non-physical portion of you is that vibrational space. You focused here in the physical body is that space, is that energy. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Espen. Thank you, Jen. This was so fun to co-create in this wise. And yeah, more to come, more to become, more to resonate with and vibrate with and to be, and love. Yeah.
So much love. So love you
Much
all.
love you guys so much. Thanks, Dave.
Love you too,
Thanks,
Espen.
Jen.
This was fun.
Thanks all.
And love you, Jen.
Fun.
Bye. Love
Love
you
you, everyone.
all.